Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the sound of the train going through. Southbound's probably a freight train. Northbound's coal train. This is part of the HP computer housing. Got that to pound on. And this is just one whole side. It's the size I need. We've got to put our crease in it because the body has a body line where it bends out. You'll see when I get over there. I may have to drill through the body, then take a Sharpie marker and put a mark here, then come over here and drill it, and then put a zip screw in it, like sheet metal for ductwork. Then you can remove the screw like I showed on the car and then put a rivet in it. So, cheapy Harbor Freight grinder, $10. Said 1 year I burned up 3 of these. Ended up with one good one, and this is it. This is the old one. And I bought another one about a year ago for 10 bucks. So. Got even the cheapy cutoff wheel. I wasn't going to put one of my good wheels in here. We might cut some out of the body, you'll see. We're going to cut a little more tin out of there so it's a little more not jagged, rusty edges of the holes. We're going to scuff this up with our 60 grit. Them aluminum oxide pads, I don't have one laying out. I got a crappy one. Hold on. One of these. I got a better one. It'll put gouges in it for the bondo to stick. So. Okay, enough yakking on that. Let's get this bent and we'll take over and show you on the vehicle how we're going to fit it. Okay, we're really having a time doing this with one hand on the camera. See how we bent that to shape the body? We're going to cut some of this out. You'll see when I get it riveted in there. We're going to cut like a lot of this small junk off here with the cutter blade. Not, not all this, but some of it. So it's a little bit more of a less jagged edge, because we want, especially here, this is where there's going to be a body line, so you don't want that in there at all. See, you want that gone, because this will be your body line behind there. Remember, this backyard body work, not a professional. I would not do this to a vehicle and sell it to somebody without telling them. So it's going to sit behind there like this. Like I said, I'm going to probably have to drill some holes in the body to put my Sharpie marker and mark it so I can put a hole so I can get a rivet in there to get this thing held in there. It just covers that right here. Okay, enough on that. Enough showing how I did that. Back to work. Okay, the bend is actually below that Sharpie line, so it's close enough. Okay, we was able to hold it from behind to get a screw started, then another one, then another one. We're using our little cordless drill. The battery wore down. We're going to grab a whatever drill and start drilling to put our rivets in. We're not going to use a whole lot of rivets, but down here won't be so bad when you fill it in. Up here, I may end up grinding like some of the heads off the rivets, which I hate doing. But we forgot to scuff this up, so we got to hurry. So we'll get in there and scuff it up with some 60 grit. Or take our flapper disc and get in there and kind of smooth all this crap off here. And I have to say we get a couple of rivets, we'll kind of get in there because these heads are in the way. I think you get what I mean. You should scuff that up. The other side's painted. But there you go. Let's talk more work on this part. Excuse me. Our progress so far. Oh, it made it so much easier to use these instead on the car using them crappy ones. You know what they are with the yellow handle. That's a high-speed old school drill. It's actually too fast. And I got junky bits. I should have bought some good bits because you're letting off the trigger trying to get it slow down to get the bit to grab. You know where I get them cheapy gold bits at. But I'd recommend buying some 1/8 inch high-speed steel bit and an X64th one up for a little bigger hole. These are the longer rivets. Let me get one. See? That way it kind of pulls it and pulls it. So keep getting a bite. Keep opening up your tool and push it in and get another bite, so you slowly pull it. That's pretty good. Like a hole rack, ain't nothing I can do about that. I tried putting a rivet there and it pulled right through. Like I said, it's good enough just to get by for a few more years. You could buy box sides for this and put them on cheaper than you'd ever pay a body man to do the body work. And you can epoxy them on too. They have a way where you epoxy and rivet a lot of spots on a pickup box side. But there you go, we're going to take a break. About the last clip you'll see on this part is maybe with some first coat of mud on it. We're gonna do a little grinding, like I said, kind of flapper this, some of the stuff, rough this up, kind of get rid of the jagged edges so it's a little flatter. You know, try not to hit the rivets too much with your flapper disc, because that's what's holding it. So stay tuned for one little bit on the end of this video. A real quick clip. See where I ground on that and got rid of all that so it's kind of flat? See what I mean? And up here where this comes down, you can actually run your finger. There's a little, see the little hunk up there? You can actually run your finger and it almost feels smooth as it goes up against where the body line will be. There, enough of that. Somebody else says that. Guess who says that? Enough of that. Enough of that. More work, less talk. Okay, this is our first, excuse me, this is our first rough coat. Here's that thing I showed in the last video. It's for drywall. See that? Norton screening. Wish I had a little coarser grip, but it does good. I said you can go along here, here's the body line, and then you kind of go at an angle. So this is just first coat. We just slapped in, that's why I took a picture. You'll see a picture, it just looks a muddy mess in there, but there you go. I'm done for the day. It was 74 degrees when I started this morning. It's getting about 12:30. It's finally starting getting about 80. But the wind's blowing, the sun's coming out. It's bringing up all the humidity because we had a small shower in this area, just a sprinkle here last night. But there you go. The next time you see in the next episode, we'll have this more smoother with primer on it and paint, hopefully. Like I said, it's not going to look the greatest. You're going to see a lot of little defects. This is just to get by. Like I said, just an old truck. We kind of went further than we wanted to. See up in here? And we washed this and scrubbed it with hand, and then this got in the paint. I've never really waxed this with that cheap paint I had on here. I never really waxed this thing. And that's just from a rag scratching it. Going across there. So, like I said, it's not going to be perfect. That, I think, was that forest green, if you see it. We're going with emerald green. Forest green looks almost black to me. But, said this truck don't match. Box been painted. So it's different than the cab. But, there you go. This is probably entirely too long of an episode. But, oh well. It gives you something to watch. Show the crappy looking. Said there's a low spot in here. You can actually see it. See that? Where this met here, the tin wouldn't pull up the way I wanted it to. But said you're not supposed to put that stuff in that thick. It's already an 1/8 stick. It's gonna be a 1/4 inch thick, whether I want it or not. So, oh well. Thanks for watching. Try to give you enough pictures to see what I was doing.